First
All right,
of
I call to
all,
order the Education, Technology, and
school
Policy
music
Committee
groups,
meeting tonight.
it was mostly
Myself as
the
chairman, Ms.
band
Bidwell as vice
portion
chair.
of it. Few
Mr.
things
Parson is
about
here,
choir,
Mr.
so
Krause,
we
Mr. Lagarde,
everything together in a more organized
Mr.
way.
Orgeron and his staff.
And then on number
We will
3,
begin
you notice
with the
there's a
invocation
whole lot
pledge.
of
If everybody
red.
Please stand.
The size of our band
Lord, we just thank you for the privilege of being
that was dictated by how many uniforms we could buy. And so this number of uniforms had been in this policy for years. And so we could not have more than 80 members in our junior high bands. And we couldn't have more than 96 members in our 9th to 12th grade bands, because that was the maximum number of uniforms that we could buy. So that is no longer in the policy. We said the size of a unit is going to be determined by the number of students who would like to be in that group of people. And then if you look on page 2 of 6.
Item number 3. The committee recommends that the board approve and accept as presented the revisions to policy file F-3.5B.
What the policy said was I could go to band camp all summer. We do have
Yeah, two big things came out of the latest changes. They reduced the mandatory expulsion time from 4 semesters to 2 for various infractions. And then they also changed where if a student caught for the first time with THC, it doesn't necessarily have to be an expulsion. But I want to clarify something. We are choosing to still recommend on such an infraction. So we're not, it gives us the option, but we're not choosing to go with that option. Working with Mr. Orgeron, Mr. Butler, we felt to kind of keep some teeth in
but
it.
not have to do any of the marching for the football games or the competitive shows, which is what the band was designed as in our high school.
Any nays?
So that was altered to
Item
make
number 4,
sure
the committee
that
recommends that the board
we're
approve and
benefiting
accept
all of
as
the
presented the
students
revisions
and
to
not
policy
putting
file
some of the students
H-4.5.
in jeopardy just because.
Okay. There too, last year legislation was passed to where kind of clarified some things about who's mandatory reporters and things like that. As most of you know, just about everybody in the system is considered a mandatory reporter, as far as I know. Just don't know if there's some out there that aren't, so I'll leave it at that. But one of the things there was is that so with the increased SRO presence on campuses, that if you report something to the SRO, last year language was that if you report to the SRO, you still had to follow up as the mandatory reporter. Now the definition changed to say if you give it to the SRO can then take it and take steps to enforce the issue. So just kind of clarify that.
French horn player, some of the higher cost instruments, we did loan those to elementary schools. But after
Next, item 5, the committee
COVID
recommends
came
that the
and we
board
had
approve and
extra
accept as
money,
presented the
we
revision
had
policy
money
file
and put instruments in all
H-3.3H,
of the
bullying
schools
and
from
hazing.
grades 5 to
In years
12
past,
for
new employees
kindergarten.
to the district, they were required to do a
Of course, they
mandatory
have to
4-hour
sign
training on
paperwork
bullying
saying
or
that,
things
you
of
know,
that
they're
nature.
borrowing.
Veteran employees were only required to do 2. So one of the big changes there is that the legislation has removed that requirement. However, we can still, if we see an issue, whether it be parish-wide or if we see it as a school issue, the principal or even us from the central office, Mr. Butler handles our Vector training, which is our online service that we have that does a lot of these trainings for us. So he works hand in hand with the schools to try to establish those trainings to where we can still require it if we choose to as a district, but it's not legislatively driven. And that's one of the bigger changes.
So moved.
So moved, second by
Years
myself.
this needed to be worked on, and I want to just make a couple of comments.
So they no longer need any training, is what you're saying?
They don't, it's not required by legislation, or by the statute, but like I said, we could choose to say, hey, you
Of
don't do
doing that? Are they choosing to do any training?
it. We haven't put out a mandate on it, but it is something that, like I said, if it's a situation that maybe something unique to a campus or something, it wouldn't be out of line for, say, a principal, or even if Mr. Butler or myself or Mr. Orgeron, others would see it and say, hey, your campus should get some help with that or something like that.
Are they still doing what is called PLTs?
PLCs?